Yo, what's going on, guys? Fluffy back with another lava video, except this time it's not going to be exclusively lava. I'm going to be showing you my replays from CRL this weekend, playing against the best players in the world in a competitive format. So it's a best of three duels, so it's a best of three, but you can't repeat cards after you've already used them in one deck. So I'm up against Tourist here, who is literally like, I mean, a top five competitive player in the world. He won the CRL warm-up event 2 months ago, beating out like Mohamed Light, Riley, Basoto, like all the typical like top players you think of. So this guy is like world class, of course. So up here, I lost the first game as well. So I had my back up against the wall here. I decided to go for a giant Prince deck. I'm really good with this deck, and I thought Tourist is a very, very good bridge ban player. Like, I mean, like probably the best bridge ban player in the world, top three without a doubt. So he likes to go for these like kind of quick, like spammy decks a lot. So this giant triple spell deck fares well against a lot of those. So that was kind of like my thought process. Um, and we get a really good early push here. Giant is really broken in single elixir, so I had to go for a no skill giant in the back as early as possible. But he has a really good wall breaker kite there that even connected to my tower somehow. So it's still not looking too great. And here he doesn't have a standard bait version. He has Little Prince for some reason, which is really annoying for me. I don't have like a great way to deal with that. Fireballing it is okay, but it doesn't even kill it for a -1 trade. So that's kind of the key for him to be able to defend. So I just kind of rinse and repeat, do the same thing. I know he's gonna go Goblin Gang here, so I tried to prediction rage it, but unfortunately I missed it. He played it off to the side, which was a good placement from him. So here I'm not in a good spot. I know he has his Evo Barrel in cycle, and I don't have that much elixir since he has his LP down as well. So he goes like all in here. I'm like, oh crap, man! Like I had to fireball late, and we take a ton of damage still. So this is looking really, really bad. And the thing is like I don't have arrows or a log, so anything I have to defend the barrel, like see I go Mega Minion here because I don't have a choice. I still take two Goblin hits. So at this point, I'm kind of like, okay, wait, he used his LP here, so I'm gonna go Giant the Bridge opposite lane. And then I hit a really nice fireball here. Hit the cannon, killed the LP, and I hit two of the goblins. I know he has his Evo Valken cycle, so that's why I went for my rage on the Lumberjack just to take that out as fast as possible. And he plays a bad cannon here. The Evo Lumberjack shreds it, so I go Giant the Bridge immediately. He has no cannon in cycle for a while. And he goes for his Wall Breaker's barrel, thinking I couldn't defend it, but he messed up, played it in the front. So I was able to Evo zap everything and save my tower. So we get a ton of damage back, but unfortunately it's not enough. So I'm thinking now, like, oh my god, like I can't really go giant here because he's just gonna constantly spam me. Like, just go barrel whenever he has it. Like here, I have to fireball it. I don't have a choice. I can't take any damage. He can just go Goblin Gang at the bridge, Princess at the bridge, Wall Breakers at the bridge. So I'm in like just survival mode right now. My thought process here was like, okay, I just need to get to triple elixir somehow and just try to like get some cheese Evo Lumberjack on tower. He goes for his Little Prince ability here. I have to zap rage those wall breakers. But the good thing is he does have to deal with my Prince that I played on defense for the Goblin Barrel, so he can't really spam me too well right now. I go Bomber in the middle here just to prevent him from going for his Princess at the bridge. He played it smart. But then he goes for his Fire Spirit Barrel other lane. I'm like, hold on, I have my Evo Lumberjack and Prince. I go Giant on the inside just to make sure the Princess hits that and not the tower. And I hit a Slick Rage to defend the wall breakers last second. That was clutch. I know he's going to spam me again, so I predicted it with the Lumberjack. And now look at his tower. I pre-fireball the cannon, the Lumberjack hits it, and Prince charges. Oh my god, what a nail biter of a game. So now it's like, okay, this was the last game of the day, and I had not used lava at all, like no comfort picks. So people would have seen my decks that I used previously and not seen any lava. So I thought it could be good to bring it out now to surprise him. And so here, I don't have the greatest hand. I just want to wait for him. He goes Bandit in the back, so I'm like, okay, Bridge Band, that's not too bad. Most people play bridge spam with like Mother Witch or Ewiz or both sometimes, but usually they don't have a big spell. So I'm thinking, okay, I can win this. And then he goes for his Executioner in the back. I was like, you've got to be joking, man! Like I like literally like jumped out of my chair, like bro, like there's no way. But here he plays a bad Ram Rider because the Inferno Dragon kills like more than half of it. So I'm like, okay, I don't need to defend that. I can just soak the damage and go lava. And look, we're even elixir, and I have a lava hound on the board. So this is a perfect situation. He messes up his lightning. He accidentally hit the tower. So once Skelly Drag stays alive, I can just go balloon at 0 and look at his hand. Like he can't do anything. So this was like a dream start. It does not get better than this. He just snowballed the cycle. He knows he can't save his tower here. He was just trying to make sure he doesn't take too much damage on King Tower. And there he goes for his Evo Executioner. I was tempted to go for my Valk in the pocket, but I'm glad I didn't since the Evo Executioner would have just destroyed everything. So here I kind of just have to go defense mode. I go eye drag in the back, but I play a little bit too early, so the executioner wouldn't have crossed the bridge. But he goes bandit other lane, so I got this really nice Valk down in the middle to tank for the bandit and to tank for the executioner shots, so that my eye drag was able to kill it. That was really nice. Here he's gonna go for his ram rider to kite this eye drag back. I just go guards for it. I don't want to take too much damage, but he goes for a snowball, which is annoying. I didn't really want to freeze it because Lava Freeze is not really a deck that anyone uses, so I thought like I wanted to save my freeze for later on in the game for a surprise factor. He goes for his Boss Bandit there, knowing I don't have any ground cards in cycle, so instead of just trying to defend it, I just go for my Lava because I knew I was up like 5 or 6 Elixir there. And this was such a beautiful sequence. I went Evo eye drag there to like charge up on the boss bandit, and I know he has lightning in hand, so I went Valk Balloon for the 3 crown just to not give him any lightning value. He had to snowball the Evo eye drag on the left, but the balloons on King Tower, he needs to go Evo Executioner on that. And here I pull off a slick freeze everything so that the Evo eye drag is still alive, the balloons on King Tower are still alive, and we pull off the reverse sweep against, I mean, like, consensus top 10 player in the world. One of my best sets I've ever played in my life. I was so excited to win this one. So now in our next game against OP Sam, who is another pro player, he made monthly finals last month, which is top 12 in the world. So I mean, no slouch here either. And I know OP Sam is typically known for playing a lot of like these types of spam bait decks recently. So I went for this minor poison like Skelly Barrel deck with the Evo Skelly Barrel. Because okay, one thing, that card is super busted, the Evo Skelly Barrel. Um, so I had to utilize it here, and I got a great matchup, kind of predicting his deck. Typically, his deck does very well against beatdown decks, which obviously I'm known as a beatdown player, having my main deck as Lava, and I used a Giant Prince quite a few times in this tournament as well. So people typically associated me with beatdown, and this deck that he's using does extremely well against most beatdown decks. So I kind of that's kind of like the mind games going on with CRL. It's like, okay, I know that he's a beatdown player. I'll try to use a deck that counters beatdown, but I knew that he was going to try to do that, so I tried to like counter snipe him with this minor deck that I'm not really known for playing at all. So here I log his bush, and then as an average log bait player, he just goes Dark Goblin, Wall Breakers, E Spirit at the bridge immediately since I don't have my login cycle. Typical. But here, my whole thing is like I don't really need to get too aggressive in single. Just like take some damage when I can get it, and make sure we don't take too much damage from his stupid spam stuff. Because in double and triple, I'm gonna be able to keep up with this cycle a lot better, and while constantly be able to spam goblin huts and things like that. So more or less just trying to defend well here. And I know he doesn't have his snowball in cycle, so Evo Bats get a ton of value on the boss bandit here. Unfortunately, his Evo Dark Goblin does take everything out, but that's an Evo for Evo, Evo Bats for Evo Dark Goblin. We're okay with that any day. Here he goes for his bush. I just go for my Goblin Hut in the middle. I don't need to worry about his Dark Goblin sniping it because he doesn't have it in cycle, of course. He goes for his Snowball, and as soon as he did that, I was like, oh, that was a bad Snowball, and he doesn't have his Fire Spirit or Snowball for this Evo Skelly Barrel. make sure to log the Dark Goblin right away, and his E-Spirit somehow dies to the skeletons, so he's forced to go Snowball again, and we get a ton of damage. So that was like, at this point, this is like GG damage since he doesn't have a big spell. And like I said before, this matchup is a lot better for me once the later on in the game we go. So I'm just gonna keep spamming my Skelly Girls at the bridge, try and force out a response. I can get more aggressive with my poisons now since it's double elixir. And I tried to predict his fire spirit with that log, and we end up catching his spear goblins, which is even better. So that was pretty nice play. And here I was like, oh shoot, that knight was kind of bad. It's gonna get melted by the dark goblin, but luckily it did kill the dark goblin. If it didn't, we might have been in trouble there. I just chose to eat the bush because his tower is so low anyways. All I need is like one minor hit plus a log. And we don't get that minor hit. He defends it really well, so I was like, okay, bro, there's no way I'm about to choke this. But yeah, I just keep spamming stuff at the bridge, forcing him to defend so he can't spam me. He catches my minor again, and I was like, bro, this guy is crazy, but I just get my poison down for the last 11 HP, and that's a great game. So in my next game, I have the option to go the deck with Evo Bomber. I don't even remember what deck I prepared with that. But the Evo Snowball deck is what I went for. I did the Evo iDrag deck you see here was my Lava Hound, but Lava was not really the greatest option because he didn't use a big spell in his first game. So whatever he used, he could have used like Graveyard Poison with Goblin Hut. He could have used like a bunch of other stuff that's not great for me. He goes giant in the back first play though, so I was like, damn it, I should have gone lava. I would have had a great matchup, but my hand was really awkward here. I just had to go giant the back opposite lane. With my version, giant graveyard, I don't really want to go into whatever he's playing, which in this case is this really scary giant prince deck. So I went for my minions right on top of the Goblin Machine just to make sure the Goblin Machine's rocket cannot hit it. And here I low-key thought I lost, because like I only have a bowler for this giant prince, but bowler doesn't do that much damage, and he gets away with a free curse on defense with all my witches skellies, and I snowball and I miss the mega minion, so I allow it to get 2 hits. I was like, God, bro, what is this start? Um, but here I realized, like, wait, okay, if he has Zap and Curse, I really don't think he has a big spell. So I thought, okay, if I just play lockdown defense, I feel like this is definitely still winnable. Bowler gets a nice hit there on the Lumberjack, so we'll always take that. I just cycled my Evo Witch in the back on the right side just to kind of block up the lane, make it annoying for him. And here I think I actually go with my Graveyard and Giant in the pocket. Very high skill play. But I realized, like, wait, he has Mega Minion, Prince, Lumberjack, Goblin Machine. So even though I didn't know exactly what he was playing, none of those are great graveyard answers. And plus with my Evo Witch down, of course, the Evo Witch is immortal when a graveyard is down with all those skeletons dying. So I think that was a pretty good play. But then here he goes giant at the bridge, and all I have is a Berserker. It's like, oh man, this is gonna get at least like 2 or 3 hits. He goes Rage as well, so I get my Witch down like as soon as I can. And luckily that giant just barely doesn't get the last hit, so 428 HP. His only spells are Zap, Rage, Curse, as I now know. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to panic. I can hold on for 45 seconds. And he has really bad graveyard defense, so this is definitely not over. He goes for kind of like this desperation Goblin Machine, trying to get a rocket on tower, but it just barely does not get on tower. I was able to kill it in time with my Berserker. And now here, I think I just go Evo Witch in the back. Yep. Evo Witch is really annoying for him, obviously with no lightning or anything like that. So if I go for it in the back, he can't push into me. Now I just go Giant Graveyard. I have my Evo Snowball in cycle, so I'm able to pull back all of these three, allow the Giant to get a couple extra hits. He Evo Zaps, but then I go for the Slick Bowler to line up on the tower and Lumberjack, and it hits it, and that puts me within arrows range, and we're able to come back. Absolute beauty of a game. And we 2-0 OP Sam, who, I mean, like, if you guys have played, like, back in the day, you'll know him as a really legitimate pro from, like, 2018, 2019, and he's still at the top level today, so I was super excited to win this one as well. Okay, guys, in the next game, we're up against Nando here, and I got cooked in the first game by this bait spam deck. Nando is a Sparky one trick. He's known for playing a Sparky Tornado. So I really wasn't expecting him to bring out that like quick spammy deck in game one. So I went for E Giant, and I got absolutely hard countered there. So I'll back up against the wall again, just like we were against Tourist. I go for the same minor poison deck, just because one, he used it's decent against his Sparky deck. So I knew if he went for his comfort Sparky, I would have a decent shot at beating that. And in general, he was using a lot of Bridge Fan and Hog as well earlier on in the competition. So I thought I had a decent chance against both of those as well. And I do end up getting him playing his Bridge Fan deck. So this is a result that we were definitely okay with. Um, but this matchup is very scary in single. I'm kind of just trying to like play passive, cycle my Skelly barrels, but his Mother Witch is super annoying. I go minor here to try and take it out, but the Lumberjack somehow takes it out before, so I have to log it here. I go Knight for both the Lumberjack and Golden Knight, but he knows I'm low elixir, so he goes for his Ghost as well. I go Spear Gobs the last second to the side to take the dash, and we're able to cycle back to another minor for the Ghost. That was honestly like really good defense given the situation. I didn't know if we'd be able to defend that. And here I thought I was up elixir, but clearly not. So I went for my Skelly Barrel when I was low. And he goes Mother Witch right away. I was like, uh-oh, I need this Mother Witch to die like right now. But at least it only spawned 2 pigs since he went for the Barb Barrel. But here again, I'm down so much. I have to go Knight to the side for this Barb Barrel and Ghost. And just Spear Goblins over next to the Mother Witch to take it out. I want to save my Evo Bats for when I need it. The other thing I noticed in this moment is he has Barb Barrel. So the deck that he's using, it only has one spell, either Barb Barrel or arrows, and never both. So I knew he didn't have arrows, so that means that my Evo bats are crucial to winning this matchup. All he has for bats are Mother Witch, and Mother Witch, like, it takes a while to kill Evo bats, so that's my thing. I play them on this Golden Knight, and I pre-poison, knowing that he's gonna Mother Witch in the middle, and he actually did, so I was really proud of that poison. And he goes for his Evo Lumberjack here on the right with the cannon cart. This was a bit scary because I just used my Knight on the left, but again, he has nothing for bats, so I can just go bats and log the Evo Battle Ram, and that's completely taken out. And I just go for my Skelly Barrel again. Just constantly like going for these naked Skelly Barrels is good. Just to one, I mean it's guaranteed damage. He has no building. Also another scary push. I just poison the bridge. Just make sure nothing can happen with the Mother Witch. That's the only thing. Like I just need to make sure his Mother Witch doesn't cook me. And anytime I go bats, I'm always logging constantly because I know he wants to heal spirit. So if he wants to go for his heal spirit behind his battle ram or whatever, I'm logging just to make sure that I clip that. And here it's like these pigs are not dying. This Golden Knight gets a lot of value, but I have my Evo Bats in cycle, and like I said, he has no arrows, so these Evo Bats just bail me out again. Absolute MVP of this matchup for sure. And here I didn't think he could stop this. I have Evo Bats, Evo Skelly Barrel, and he's down elixir, and yeah, that's just good game. That was very good deck pick there. And then I'm thinking, wait, he uses Heal Spirit. He only plays Sparky with Heal Spirit. So if he went for a Sparky deck, he wouldn't use Heal Spirit. And knowing him, like, I know I've played against him so many times, he always plays Heal Spirit. So I didn't think he would use Sparky in this situation. So I go for my Giant Graveyard because it's good against Hog. It's good against recruits, which I saw him using as well, and would have been a possibility based on what cards he had already used in the duel. Um, and he goes Giant Skelly in the back as soon as I go Witch, so I immediately know, okay, he's playing Giant Skelly Hog since I'd seen him using it earlier. I go Giant at the bridge just to tank, and here I hit a really good minions and then Snowball to push the Wizard over and take it out. I was really happy with that play, and his Giant Skeleton is more or less dead before even crossing the bridge. And I'm not down elixir, so that sequence worked out very well for me. And here, I'm thinking about the matchup is like he has EQ and Log, I think, or Snowball, one of the two. So my Bowler and Witch are going to be really annoying for him. So I just go Bowler in the back for this Giant Skelly. I kind of just want to play reactive. I don't want to get too aggressive without him doing anything first. And here I go for my Evo Witch opposite lane because I don't want the Giant Skelly Bomb to take it out, of course. And he plays a pretty bad Evo Wizard here, like kind of in line with the bowler. And he goes Hog as well. I'm like, wait, that was a big overcommitment. I'm just gonna go Giant and then go Minions after the Wizard locks on to kind of minimize the damage. I go Berserker as well because I know he's super low elixir, and I was like, all right, yeah, this is just good game. And he says good game, and I respond with it. But wait, this is not over though. I still need to close it out. I thought like he would just give up at this point, but he did not. So I was like, oh shoot, wait, that graveyard was really bad. Um, like we get a lot of damage out of it, but his wizard kind of takes everything out and is still alive, so gives him a counter push. We do get a ton of damage on King Tower, but yeah, as you guys will see, like this is chokeable for sure. So he goes Giant Skelly and then Hog in front of this wizard. I go for my bowler, and then I realize like I probably can't defend most of this. The minions unfortunately hit the Giant Skelly, not the bowler, so we lose tower there pretty much. Um, and here, I know I'm up quite a bit of elixir since he went for the EQ and snowball, so I go Giant Graveyard in the pocket. And he goes for a really nice cannon to pull my Giant away. And he takes very little damage with his wizard still alive. So at this point, I was like, uh-oh, there's this giant skeleton wizard push is looking a bit scary since I know he's going to be able to hog and then snowball with it as well. But he does have to burn his earthquake to take out the other side. That kind of saved me here. But he predicts my witch in the pocket with his wizard. That was really well played. I wasn't expecting that at all. So I was like, oh my god, he's just straight outplaying me here. I kind of panicked and went for my giant graveyard, but he does the same thing, of course, pulls my giant out of range with his cannon, and I waste my Evo Snowball because I didn't think he would go for his Earthquake on defense. So even though like this is a really good situation, I was like, oh my god, dude, like, I was not locked in at all. But he goes for kind of this desperation, giant skelly hog in the pocket, and at this point I was like, okay, like I have my Evo Witch alive. It's gonna survive the giant skelly bomb, so he can't really go in for a while. And he plays his wizard there, and I snipe it with my bowler in the pocket. That was a pretty slick play. I just go snowball for the extra damage, and then I'm like, okay, if I go giant graveyard here, he has a 151 HP. There's no way he defends it. He goes giant skelly in the pocket at the same time, so he has no chance of defending it, and that's a good game. We were able to make the comeback as well. Um, so yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this kind of analysis style video and more competitive like thought process. I feel like it could be entertaining for you guys since not a lot of people like know the kind of mind games that we play with the deck picks and variety and like that type of stuff. It's much different than the standard ladder gameplay. So let me know if you guys enjoyed this. I will be grinding to do better in next month. This month I finished 6-3 in my duels. So we played 9 duels through the day. I finished 6-3, which was number 50 in the world, and I needed to make top 32 to qualify to the next day. So I was really sad. I was only one game off. If you went 7-2, you're guaranteed to qualify. So that's what I'm going to be going for next month. Stay tuned for it. And yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.